Yes, let us do this. Yes, Father, strengthen me. Let us fuck these people to the core. Yes, this is a beautiful day that the Lord has actually made. It is the 23rd of the 12th month, 2022. Actually, a very big privilege to the Father. For me, it's a big privilege to have gone through the year successfully and to be here successfully. It is a wonder. It is a mystery. It is one of the things that I will never understand about life. There are those that actually started 2022, but they are not here with us. I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself, I ask this God, which matrix do you use to actually choose that which that will die and that which that will live? I find myself at the beginning of the year, and I find myself at the end of the year. And then I ask myself, how? I have lost friends. I have lost loved ones. Why not me? Am I not material eligible for death or what? So I wonder more. What do you think? Why are you alive, you? Why didn't God actually order your life to be taken? Why are you still in existence now? Yet you do not do anything for him. All you do is you do your own shit, but you're still alive. That is the best evidence of love itself. When there is no reason for you to be alive, and yet you are still alive, I think that is everything. That is how you know this guy loves us. I do not wish for things down here or many things. I try to work hard towards them. But to God I wish, I ask him many questions. I ask him many questions. I tried to actually analyze myself and look at the core reason of me being alive. And it still does not make sense. It actually has grounded me at the foot of God himself. It is the only place that makes sense. The rest, everything will never make sense. What does it profit a man to gain the world and lose his own soul? If you knew how strong, how powerful, how sacred, how pure, how childish your soul is, you will never do anything stupid in this life, or I don't know. I think you will be grounded at the foot of the Father himself. I know this. I am living it all the days of my life. I should be out there, maybe having sex. It is a very cold morning. Beautiful women, I don't know. They want me, they do. I don't know if they sometimes want me. I should be having one here. Yes, having sex. Tons of sex. Yes, you know, I'm an honest man. If there is nothing out there for me, even if I want to be somebody's friend or I want, it will never make sense. The only thing that makes sense is just to love. So if I'm not doing this, I will actually be having sex with a woman because, I don't know, I love them. I don't know why I'm attracted to them. I'm a very sexually active guy. So I'm honest. But here I am. I'm not having sex. I'm not doing anything. I don't know the last time I had sex. But here I am at the foot of God himself. I don't know why. It does not burden me. It does not. I just find myself doing it. It comes naturally. Something that in the previous years I had to be forced. I remember when I was a kid, and even then when I grew up, even my father used to call me and say, Carlos, leo nafutaka kwa kanisa. Huyu mtoto huyu mtoto. And I was like, I'm not coming, Father. I'm not coming. I will not come. And I didn't go. My mother, when we met, she was like, Carlos, kwa nini kujangi kanisa wewe? Yeah? Unafikiria uko nje? And I was like, mimi nakuja church kufanya nini? I didn't have a reason. But right here inside my own house, it astonishes me more. A man who had refused to go to church, a man who, I don't know, who indulged in the world so much. Right here, alone, in this room, silent, me, you, I don't know who you are. I don't know if you'll get to one, or I don't know, infinity. But just me and you and God, right here. I don't know why I'm at the foot of the Father. I don't know what He wants me to do. But it is the best thing ever. Now, let's get to it. On the third day of the 12th month, 2022. Actually, I've written so many things. This year, the beginning of this year was actually a very hard time for me. I lost my loved ones. They didn't actually die. We actually separated. I've learned something that for something to die, it does not really need have to die. Let's say, for example, me. Let's say I was a friend, and we used to talk, we talk, we do so many things. I have the ability actually to die in your life without dying. Death has nothing to do with actually the real, no. Death has everything to do with forgetting. When I die, you cease to see me, you cease to see anything of me, my essence disappears from your presence, and you never see it again. Now, for my essence to disappear from your presence, I do not need actually to die. I can hide myself. Like right now, I'm not hiding. I usually say I'm hibernating. I hibernate in this house. I stay here. I ground myself here. And some of my friends actually usually call and say, hey, kweli ulikufa brother? And I'm like, yes, I died long time ago. And it is the truth. So when I actually separated with my loved ones, it hurt me so much. It is like a part of me was ripped apart. It was taken off. I had grafted. They had grafted themselves inside me. And when that woman left, she tore herself apart. And it hurt so much. I had to hibernate. I wasn't thinking straight. I wasn't doing things right. When I was working, my mind was hovering. I don't know. I've never been in such a situation. I'm a very loving man. I actually do love intentionally. I do love willingly. I'm a very courageous man. I actually love. I'm a very loving man. I don't know how I do it, but I actually move with the real love. And I wrote something down. I said this. When the love is real, the heart is actually real too. When love is true, the heart is actually true. How deep you go to love someone, that is how much deep you'll get hurt when that someone leaves. Now that woman left, she didn't actually know how much I loved her. I don't know why she left. I'm not a good guy. I'll never be a good guy. I'm not a perfect man. But she actually left. And it ripped me apart from the inside. It is like a nuclear bomb exploded inside me. I had to take account of my life. I had to hibernate. I had to call myself into a meeting. I had to take account of my life. And there was God laughing on the corner. At night, I will sit down and cry, and I will listen to very saddening songs, and I will smoke. I'm a smoker, by the way. I do drugs. I call myself a drug lord. I consume so much drugs, trying to quell those. I try to silence the heart. It is a very strong thing, actually. I didn't know how powerful my heart was. I actually didn't know until I saw it in real play. Now me, I'm there in the middle of the night. I'm high, I'm hurting, I'm listening to some sad music, to some very loving songs. And it is like God was in the corner. He was laughing. He was like, look at that guy. It is how I saw it in my mind. And a voice came to me. It was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? And I was like, oh, Father, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. And he said, why are you hurt? Don't you know who you are? And I was like, look at this guy. Yeah, I'm coming to you with my problem, and you're asking me. I was blown out of my mind. But then this guy actually, he does not talk much. He just asks the right questions. Don't you know yourself? And later, it is like that question landed. It was like it was hovering, but it actually found an anchor inside me. And I was like, Carlos, who the fuck are you? And I was like, I am who I am, Father. And he was like, then why are you crying? Why are you crying, my son? I was like, I'm in pain. And he was like, don't you know who I am? Don't you know? And I was like, I know who you are. No bad. No bad. It was like the guns blazing there. No bad. I was scared. But this guy God made sense to me. Right now, as we are speaking, it has been an year since shit happened in my life. But for me to be here talking, it is actually a very big blessing to me. Somebody on the other side will never understand. Sometimes people, I don't know, we do not do some things for, I don't know, I don't need to do it. But I don't know. I know if it happened to me, I know it must be happening out there. And if I actually lost away somewhere along the way and God brought me back, then I need actually to fire it into existence. It might find somebody, just one. I need one. I know how I feel, and I know how God made me feel later. For those people that are actually hurting, your answer is never out there in the world. No one understands you out there. Actually, no human being understands my anatomy except me. And it was only after God showed it to me to the core. So that time when I was hurting, something inside me was so much infuriated. It was angry. I was angry at the same time. There were two things inside of me. That was the first thing. That was the first clue that I was not okay. There were actually two things inside me. One was actually love itself. I loved that. I loved my woman so much. I actually do love her. I don't know. If you ask me if you want her, I don't know. But I do actually love her. Love has nothing to do with owning somebody or being somebody. So I've learned. So I would sit in the room, and one part of me wants that woman back. But another part of me will rise up, and another thought will come. What the fuck are you doing? You want that woman back after she did this to you? And another part will answer, I love her, I want her. It actually got me confused. I asked myself this question: how can I exist two distinct thoughts inside me? One is here. One actually is so high, he has instituted a shield wall, so that no woman or nobody supposed to breach that, so that he can come and hurt me again. But somebody is there on the ground. It is me still here on the ground crying for the same woman. I ask myself, it is either you are undecided, or I don't know. I didn't understand it. So I started writing. I started writing things down. I started writing my thoughts down. And there in between the lines, the clarity was It was there. The other voice inside me, these things, you'll never believe them. You will never actually believe them, and I'm honest. I'm an honest man. I'm a truthful man. But you will never believe them until you live them. But my soul actually came out to shield me from everything that I was going out. It actually came into play. I was so hurt. In fact, I think I died that time. I don't know. I actually died. I don't know. I'm a very loving man, and when I love, I actually do love completely. I do not love cheaply. I do not love weakly. Yes, I may not be that rich, or I may not be that good looking, or that shit, but I actually do love purely. It is one thing I know. In fact, let me be honest with you. Because of how I'm able to love even my friends, even my male friends, I do love them. I'm not a gay person, or I do not, but I do love them. So one of my friends was actually gay, and he actually thought I'm gay, and he actually hit on me. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm not made like that. That is not how, it is not me. And he apologized. He was like, sorry, I read you wrong. It is, I don't know, he read something wrong. But I'm actually very loving. So when I fired my love towards that woman, it hit home. It always hit home. Women always fight for me. I don't know why. I guess men do not love that man. I've learned men are very weak out there in the world. So I've learned, and it is the truth. I detach myself from them. Men are very weak. If you do not have the ability to love, you are a weak man. Love is the surest mark of a strong man. It is the surest mark of a king. It is the surest mark of a god. Failure to love in this world, you have lost the war before it has even begun. This life is all about loving and loving and loving. I am not a man who has gone to college, or no, I'm a Form 4. I reached Form 4. I tried to go to school. I didn't have school fees. I dropped out. All who I am, I'm just a loving man. And I've learned this thing, and I've learned this thing in life. There are two ways to actually become wise in this world. One way is actually to go to school and read so many things, go into the library and read and read and read. When you finally understand what you have read, be sure, my brother, you'll become wise. But you guys are very lazy. I can see you frowning there. You know how much work it takes to actually become wise through learning. But then, there is actually a lift to success. You guys, I don't know what you write. You've written down that there is no lift to success. You actually have to take the stairs. And it is a lie. There is not even a lift. It is like a teleportation from zero to success. Right there and then. Now, the second way to become wise in this world. It is very simple. The second way to become wise in this world is through love. I have known a very great deal of things. When I talk, people say, you're very wise, but I have not learned anything. I'm uneducated. So how is it they can say that I'm intelligent, I am wise, and yet mimi sijaenda shule? How? This is the second way to become wise. It is through loving, and through loving alone. Scientists have said it this way: a mind that has been stretched by a new experience never goes back to its original shape. So it means our minds have levels. I choose to think of it this way. Solomon said this: knowledge is like waters inside a deep well, but a wise man draws them out. So if knowledge is water inside the hole, there are two ways of getting it. One is through knowledge. Through knowledge, you take a long rope, you attach, and then you keep on drawing. It is a very deep hole. Eventually it will get there and you will pull it. But there is another way. through love. And through love, we always say, actually, we all fall down to love. That is how we say, I fell in love with her, I fell in love with her, I fell in love with her. I didn't fall in love with her. I fell actually into my hole inside the mind. I fell into the waters of knowledge. For love cannot exist where there is no knowledge. How will you know you have actually I love you if you are not intelligent? For love to exist, knowledge has to be present, and not just knowledge. Wisdom needs to be in play for love to actually work. Somebody might love you, but because you are a foolish person, you do not understand it. You think it is a joke. But for you to actually understand that you are being loved, you need to become wise. You need to fire love. Give what you're given, and you shall find a balance. So the second way of becoming wise is actually to love. Love activates wisdom by default, by force. So when you actually choose to love, you find me, maybe I was raised down there in the upcountry. I'm a fool. I come here into the city, and I am dressed like a fool. People look at me. But when I actually open my mouth to speak, they salute. Hey, hey, hey. How is it? Yeah? They see it. They know it. And a man who has gone to school will never match me at any given day, at any given time. A mind that has been stretched by a new experience never goes back to its original shape. I'm a man who has been instituted. I don't know how I love so much deeply. I don't know. It is not a weakness. It has been a strength. Ever since I was a boy, ever since people always flock towards me. I don't know why. But friends want to spend time with me. I actually have to run away from them. Even right now when I'm telling you I'm hibernating, it is the truth. I run away from people. Love. The Bible says this. There are three things: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of this is love. In fact, you have written down, not me, you guys. I don't know who wrote it, but they have written down that God is love. So if God is love, then it means love stretches the mind to the farthest corners, to the end, into oblivion, into eternity and beyond. Love is the gateway that opens this realm and the other realm of God. A mind that has been stretched by a new experience never goes back to its original shape. So, I am a foolish man, I don't know. But when I fell in love, actually my mind got stretched into an unfathomable level. Now, when previously you would ask me 1 + 1, and I had to think, 1 + 1 is 2. But now, you tell me 1 + 1. Then, I used to think, because I was shallow, my mind was not stretched that far. But now that it has been stretched that far, what happens is this. The same mathematics, 1 + 1 is 2. For me to understand it, that math has to come to where I am, to my dwelling place, there on the farthest end. And when it comes, that math will not arrive to me as 1 + 1 is 2. In fact, if I was a mathematician, I will show you another form of getting to the answer 2 without 1 + 1 is 2. I will draw you a graph and add some x and some y's and arrive at 2. And somebody will ask, this guy is crazy. How will you do this? But a mind that has been stretched by a new experience never goes back to its original shape. I can give you an example with the earth itself. The deeper you go under the earth, the rarer the metals you find down there. Diamond is not found cheaply on the surface. Even diamond is far more expensive than gold. It means gold is not that deep. Gold is around the surface there. Anybody can find gold. Gold is like knowledge. But diamond is wisdom. Diamond, you have to go down deep into the earth near where the flames burn bright. There, at the heat itself, you find the rarest metals. I wonder if we went at the core of the earth. I wonder the metals that are there. Maybe the answer to humanity is right there. Because if you go deep inside your mind, the rarer you become, the more precious you become, a wonder you become here on earth. Then it means the deeper we go anywhere, the rarer things become. I don't know. I was supposed to read you actually a poem. And I've talked too much. I am a very sweet man. I don't know how I got to be. I can't lie to you and I tell you. That is why I always tell you that God is sitting right here with me. If God is love, then God will stay where love is. I don't know. It is all in the details. So, on there, I have written so many things down, so many poems. I read them to my God. I read them to, I don't know, to people how I see things. I try to look at the world from my own angle. I write it down how I see it. So, on that day of the 12th month, I wrote something down called I am a wanted man. And indeed, I am a wanted man. Be blessed with this. Thank you so much. I am by thee, the beloved antique, the present wonder, the beloved one. There, I don't know. Thank you so much. I am a wanted man, wanted by life itself and wanted by death itself, wanted by good itself and wanted by bad itself. I am a wanted man, wanted by family and wanted by strangers, wanted by friends and wanted by foes. I am a wanted man, wanted by the strong and wanted by the weak, wanted by the mighty and wanted by the almighty. I don't know why. I am like them, but I am not them. I am me to the core. I do not follow God. I follow me. I do not know much. I know me. I am me, and they want me. The days want me, and the nights want me. Emptiness seeks me out, and content seeks me out too. I am wanted by years. I am wanted by decades. I am wanted by decades and millenniums. I am wanted by the past. I am wanted by the future. But I am present. I am now.